Nate Watson early, but not able to convert.
Ed Cooley, true to his word, he said, we are getting it to Nate Watson early and often in this game. Usually he finishes those.
And we have a foul.
You want to play in games, top 10 games like this, with this kind of a crowd. This was a rough place for me to play, I can tell you that. I didn't like coming here.
Justin Moore for three, and it's good. And a good start from full court pressure now from the Friars.
And that's what Ed Cooley told us. He said, we're not going to let Villanova's 354 in tempo in the country out of 358 teams. He wants to speed them up a little bit, especially in here. Great pass. That's what Jermaine Samuels does. Those little things.
Into the corner, Minaya trying to save it right to Dixon.
You'll see Villanova walking up. How about Villanova's last in the Big East in fast break points? 4 points a game. That's not a good sign. Brandon Slater is a 31% three.
Early 6-point lead. Watson cuts into it.
You know, one thing you can't do with Nate Watson is let him catch the ball that deep. He will make you pay. Villanova needs to three-quarter that.
And a foul is called. And on A.J. Reeves, so A.J. Reeves has to come out of the game less than 2 minutes in. But what a luxury for Ed Cooley. Brings in Jared Bynum, who's the Big East Player of the Week for the second consecutive week.
Yeah, I mean, they have 6 starters. Great defense. Minaya, that's what he does. This kid is tough.
Ball is still loose. Horkler has it over to Bynum. Great job. Count it! And one!
Oh, Andrew, what Justin Minaya and Al Durham brought to this team in terms of toughness is incredible. Those are Ed Cooley type players.
Moore, another three. It's good. A hot start for just way off. And the rebound to Villanova.
Al Durham has struggled. 2 for 12 in his last game against DePaul, but he goes 12 for 12 from the free throw line.
Gillespie inside, too strong off the glass. Dixon offensive board, and he is fouled on the putback. Bynum tried to hand off Croswell, gathers it up and in.
This kid's improved a lot too. I mean, we don't talk about him because he comes off the bench, doesn't average a lot, but he is a much improved, the transfer from LaSalle.
Philadelphia native going against Villanova.
But Friars got to start picking up on defense.
Gillespie bounces it out to Samuels, fakes the three, drives baseline on Croswell, nowhere to go. Trying to go up with it, good defense by Croswell. Bynum races up ahead, poked away from behind by Samuels.
You know, he's got to be more alert than that. You've got to know someone is coming when you dribble the ball down the middle of the floor. You've got to see there's only 4 blue shirts. Where's that 5th guy? Well, there he is. Post up.
Gillespie, no look. Moore, corner three. Not this time. Tipped out, and a foul is called.
He also said, guys, you got to be physical, pick it up defensively, and stay aggressive in transition.
Yeah, he told us before the game that he feels like they don't guard well one-on-one. They do help, but that guy on the ball doesn't guard well, so they've got to look. But they look to throw it inside early and not really go off the dribble.
Croswell was physical on that Providence bucket. 5 minutes in, a 13-10 game. Daniels will launch from deep. And the rebound to Horkler. And the rebound to Gillespie.
Villanova's half-court defense, especially with Nate Watson out, better.
Moore with 8 early points for Villanova. Position inside, poked away by Croswell. And now Daniels, his jumper won't go. Make the footer, no. The rebound to Minaya, and he lays it in.
And they're really going with this 1-2-2 full court pressure. Brian Antoine in the game. A lot of injuries in his career.
Moore left alone for 3. Can't do that. And Moore already. Now 5 team fouls against Villanova. Bynum explodes and scores.
Well, that's what Ed Cooley said. We can drive these guys. Drive them. Throw it inside to Nate or drive them.
How much has this pressure affected Villanova early?
I think they're cutting it up. I think it's helping them.
Yeah.
I think being a little bit more sound and a little more together would help. You know,
shot there.
When you play a team, Andrew, that only averages 9 turnovers a game, that's a good call, jump ball. You're going to see Bynum here drive right through this Villanova defense. shows some speed. Dixon fakes at him, but he's got to step on Daniels. But when you open the floor up for a team that handles the ball like them, it's either you're going to turn them over or they're going to get something good. So I think closing up the floor, play a little more sound half-court defense, make them work for every shot. They're getting too many easy ones.
Tie-up was called. Possession arrow favors Villanova.
That's an easy one, too, but he's a 31% three-point, 23% three-point shooter. That's okay.
Jermaine Samuels, 37% from deep last year, just 23% this season. And he hasn't had a game with multiple threes going back to December 7th against Syracuse.
I mean, he played really well against Seton Hall the other day at 16 points. That was a really good game for him, but a lot of drives, offensive rebounds. That's what he does.
Great crowd here tonight. You can hear him chanting, "Let's go Friars," with the shot clock down to 8. Croswell on the attack. And a charge is called. Offensive foul on Ed Croswell.
I got to be honest with you, Andrew. I saw a charge coming when he was at the three-point line with the ball. I mean, you knew this was going to be a charge.
There's Villanova's leading scorers nursing ankle injuries. Jay Wright telling us that they both practiced yesterday for the first time in a while. Didn't go through the live ball periods. But as Jay said, if you shut these guys down, then it could be hard to ramp them up again. And here we are already knocking on the door of March. So it doesn't want more is there.
Boy, this guy shot 38%. He just started for Indiana for 3 years. 38% three-point shooter. He shoots 22% this year.
That's a 2, and it won't go for more. And Herkler, deep 3.
He's still thinking of the heat check the last 3 games.
Yeah, no doubt. Averaging 25 points per game over his last 3. Now A.J. Reeves, with the 2 fouls, is at the scorer's table, set to check in for the Friars. Moore again shakes free and buries it. That's a 2 for Moore. Samuels is there.
Those are the little things that Jermaine Samuels does.
Moore driving, lost it. Ball is loose. Dixon to the ground. Moore has it over to Daniels. And then knocked out by Bynum. Last touched by Daniels. It'll be Jenny, thank you. Bynum on the drive and lays it in.
This guy's a different guy, I'll tell you. And you know what? He's been on fire from 3. 15 of 21 his last 2 games. Now 2 drives in a row.
Team high 25 in the come-from-behind win over DePaul on Saturday when they were down 13 in the second half.
And Providence in their matchup zone now. I like the move. It stops you from going off the dribble.
Reeves back out there with 2 fouls as Dixon travels. The 3. And the rebound to Moore. Ball movement by Villanova. Samuels with the slam.
You know,
Family and friends in attendance tonight. Reeves step back 3. His score.
That's a big shot for him.
Last 3 games he was 1 of 12 from deep. And that's the first 3 of the night for the Friars. Here come the fans.
They like to screen the top of the zone, Villanova.
Gillespie, off balance jumper, tough shot there. No. Eight and a half to go in the first. And a travel again by Villanova. That's their 4th.
So that kind of epitomizes when a coach tells a kid, listen, if you don't score, do something else. Well, he definitely will do something else.
22 to 21 with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
And I think this zone has helped a little bit.
Daniels attacking, and the finish.
Now that very uncharacteristic to see Villanova have a sleepy turnover like that.
First lead of the night for the Friars, and they're on their feet in Providence.
And they like the way this zone has looked. They got to tighten it up, though. Don't get beat off the dribble. Another one.
Slater slashes to the hoop for 2.
You know, the problem is...
Into a 3. And the rebound to Samuels. Daniels launches from deep. That's to put up a shot, and Durham's three won't go. Shot clock was set to expire.
Boy, Durham is really struggling in this game. But you know what? Ed Cooley won't take him out because he's one tough guy.
Antoine's three no good, and a whistle. And a foul is called underneath. That's on Justin Minaya. And you can see Ed Cooley's reaction.
Well, you watch Minaya here. He tries to, he sees Dixon's under the basket. He's doing whatever. Yeah, that's a foul. He's doing whatever, you know, Dixon had too good a position. He had no choice there.
First foul on Minaya. And another quick foul is called on Minaya. So back-to-back on Justin Minaya. Fouls and 5:33 to go in the first half. 6 team fouls against the Friars now.
Back to the man-to-man.
Gillespie, nice find to Samuels down low. Count it, and one. Samuels from Gillespie. Watson right back inside. And he connects. 8 points for Nate Watson. Providence has had no luck shooting the three so far tonight. They've turned inside to Watson for their offense.
Now Providence switches. Horkler's on Gillespie.
Step back three. No. Bynum locates Horkler. Catch and shoot three. It's good! And Providence back in front. Third lead change tonight. Samuels silences the crowd, and he's at basket 5. Durham hands off to Horkler, right off the glass and in.
Yeah, Al Durham averaged 3 assists a game at Indiana. I mean, this is a kid that can play the point for you in a pinch. Great pass there. They've managed, I was just going to say, they managed to keep more quiet.
You couldn't say.
I was humming on.
Bynum for 3. Yes!
This guy. You know, he's 15 for 20. He's led 21 before this game. Another guy who came to wonder.
Two minutes to go in the first half.
I got to be honest with you, this game a little more high scoring than I thought.
Oh, and the officials have different calls. And they are going to call a foul. Ed Cooley is livid on the Providence sideline as the other official did not have a foul.
I guess Clockerty thinks he traveled because he was fouled. Let's see right here. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I thought was going to win.
Bynum with the left hand.
Boy, this guy here. So, you know, he's not getting the three-point shot as much, but he's made 3 terrific drives to the basket. What did Ed Cooley say before the game? We can drive them, we can beat them off the dribble.
Gillespie for 3 is pure. Bynum, tough pass, and he turns it over. And Moore comes the other way, locates Gillespie, extra pass to Samuels. Rolls it into Dixon, had it poked away, gets it back, can't convert, but the follow is there. Get those guys back in for one last offensive possession, unless they turn it over here.
That's a terrible turnover. Villanova will get the last shot of the half.
And now there's the timeout to get Gillespie back in. With 15.5 to go, Villanova's ball up by 5.
Hey, drinks tonight?
Drizzly?
So many options.
It's like the world's largest liquor store.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Beer, wine, and spirits delivered in under 60 minutes. Get $5 off with promo code DRIZ.
When you order carryout online from Domino's, we know it takes skill to get pizza from our store through a car door to your front door. So we're going to tip you for delivering your own pizza to yourself. Get a $3 tip just for ordering carryout online, only at Domino's.
5-point Villanova lead, and they'll have the ball for the final shot of the first half after Providence commits its 5th turnover of the first half. So So Moore and Gillespie return for this final possession for Villanova. Moore is leading the way. He's got 18 points tonight.
Well, here comes a screen. I guarantee it. That time they switched it.
Gillespie gets to the hoop and scores.
They switched it that time. A little soft tonight.
Another thing you can say about Ed Cooley is he doesn't hold back. He'll tell you how he's feeling, and he just did that with Jenny Dell.
No doubt. This is where they got to make a stand on this end.
Moore defended by Minaya. Tries to get it. They get it to him here. Watson muscles his way for two.
They're going to keep throwing it inside, but they've got to make stops.
When trailing at the half this year, Providence is 5-2. Samuels bounces it into Dixon, defended by Watson. Dixon over Watson, short, and Watson the rebound.
And he let it.
Watson gets position and throws it down.
That was a great post-up by Nate Watson. He used his body. He didn't use his arms. He used his body to be able to seal up Eric Dixon and get that dunk.
13 for Watson. In the corner, Moore for three. Short gets his own rebound. Take it out to Slater.
Taking a big chance leaving him alone.
Gillespie attacking. Gillespie is fouled.
Hard in a game in order to get the ball in time. You got to post up hard on every possession. You're not going to get the ball every time, but you got to do it on every possession.
Gillespie trying to get around Durham. Draws the foul and count the bucket.
Man, that was a Villanova switching a lot.
Reeves with a tough shot.
Yeah, Villanova's not afraid to switch 1 through 5, so maybe Providence has to take advantage of that a little bit.
5 points for A.J. Reeves. Gillespie for three. Just book it. Colin Gillespie's got 18.
And Nate Watson is like shaking his head like, what was I supposed to do then?
Reeves trying to answer. He does. Back to a 4-point game.
They played the screen well that time.
Slater slashes in and scores again. Saw that in the first. Reeves has had the hot hand of late. Another one. Off glass and good. He's been MIA the last 3 games, but Reeves into double figures with 10.
But you take a look at how spread out this Providence defense is. I mean, everybody's outside the 3-point line for Villanova.
Dixon defended by Watson. Good matchup here. Dixon, count it, and one. He gets choked up. It means a lot to him, and Providence does a great job with this pink-out Friar Town game.
Yeah, I mean, it really is unbelievable. What he does in this community, he grew up here, he's from here. It just means so much to him. And let's face it, this year, he should be National Coach of the Year because I'm telling you, I don't know. Use a little too much hands there, Croswell. I don't know.
Jay Wright said that this is the bbest Providence team that he's faced, and he said that Ed Cooley has a lot to do with that. Certainly in the conversation for National Coach of the Year. A 21-2 record. They were 7th in the Big East preseason poll. Dixon with the shot clock at 5. Dixon cannot finish. Possession.
No, terrible possession. And, you know, give Justin more credit for keeping Minaya in front of him. That's not good defense.
Dixon travels. Jay Wright thought there should be a foul. Right back, down by 4. Villanova 6-4 on the road this year, and only 30% from deep on the road. But they've been feeling it tonight. As I say that, Gillespie misfires out of on the attack. Off glass for two. A.J. Reeves coming to life here.
That was a great move, too, because Gillespie was all in him, and he saw that, so he knew he could drive by him, and he did.
Last 3 games, Reeves had 5 points total. He's got 16 tonight. Minaya. Oh, it goes for Gillespie. Foul on Minaya and Gillespie. Time in the long rebound out to Slater.
Tough shot there. I would get Watson back in.
Gillespie just inside the arc. And it won't go.
Their best offense in the half court.
Providence has not been in any type of offensive rhythm these last few minutes.
You know, they had a plan when Watson was in the game. They played through him. When he didn't get it, then things happened. Now, without a post guy, nothing happened on the perimeter either.
Gillespie down low again, off glass, 2 more.
He's got like a center. He's a 6'2" center who shoots.
Villanova basketball, full court pressure by Providence. Durham back on the floor for the Friars, but still no Watson. Slater trying to get around Croswell, and that's an offensive foul.
That's a good call.
Slater leaned in with his forearm, and that's his 63-60 with 11:20 to go.
They're hanging in there. That's what Providence does, and that's what Cooley does. They hang in there. They go into that zone again. Straight 2-3 zone, not a matchup zone. This is a straight 2-3 zone.
Gillespie got it poked away by Bynum. In the corner. And he still is without a field goal tonight.
22% for 3 on the season. 38 at Indiana.
And a foul is called on the shot. Durham commits the foul. Bynum, good move.
I didn't realize that this kid was that fast.
Ed Cooley said a lot of people doubted Bynum last year, and he's making all those people look dumb this year.
He shot 30% last year for the season. 5 for 42 from 3. Good defense by Nate Watson that time.
Offensive foul.
They've been better on this end in the last few possessions.
Fans on their feet.
The zone has helped.
Moore for 3. Tough shot. And Bynum, his night, doesn't take the 3. Now goes baseline and lays it in. His first field goal of the night. And he's tied it at 64.
He played awful for almost 30 minutes, and Ed Cooley will not take him out. And you can see why. That is one tough kid. Now back to man-to-man.
Daniels launches and hits. Big shot. And the rebound to Dixon. A tie-up. Oh, no. They call a foul.
Wow. Dixon's done a great job. Oh, now's a good time. Moore's,
great defense by Daniels. Trying to run the break up ahead with only Reeves back. And a foul is called. Reeves thought he got all ball. Instead, Daniels will shoot when we come back. A good one on CBS. Pushing and shoving inside, and Moore comes away with the loose ball. Moore just inside the line. No. Offensive rebound. Dixon to a cutting Slater, who scores. Off the feed from Eric Dixon. Tipped around, and Gillespie has it.
tough shot there.
Gillespie backing down Bynum. Bounces it to Dixon, and he'll send it back out. Slater is fouled.
Well, take a look here at Slater.
He came out to chat with us about an hour before the game. He said he wishes that he could have partied with them before the game. Can't do that when you're the coach. Maybe afterwards if you get the win. Moore for three. 7 points for Durham, all 7 here in the second half.
And Providence going to play that zone. There's 2 guys you got to find.
Samuels just off the bench. Double team down low, gets rid of it.
Went from the zone to man-to-man.
Slater, a lot of contact, no call, and he scores. Providence fans with the shot clock inside 10. Durham on the attack for 2.
He didn't do anything for 30 minutes. Now he's starting to do what he does best, which is take it to the hole.
Ed Cooley smiling on that Providence bench. He's nicknamed Durham the closer, Mariano Rivera, and he's starting to warm up in the bullpen. Inside 4 minutes to go. Moore, turnaround, won't go. Horkler rips it down. What they call this? 1 out of 2 for Bonham. 2-point game.
You know, it's kind of looked in this game like Villanova has really outplayed Providence, but it's a 2-point game.
Gillespie for 3. High arcing rebound is the launch.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Way off the mark, and an easy rebound for Slater.
That was not a good choice. This place would have exploded if they could have tied.
Moore in the paint. Guarded by Bynum.
Is the post.
Moore, short, tipped out, and Samuels has it. Out to Gillespie. Gillespie shakes free and hits the 3. Big shot. Misfires again, and Slater has the rebound.
Watson's got to get a touch at this point in the game. Got to.
Providence is 4 of 20 from deep tonight.
Yeah, I didn't like those 2 choices. Oh, he's posting. Here it comes.
10 to shoot. Gillespie spins off glass. No. And the rebound grabbed by Durham. 1-on-2. Samuels pokes it away from behind. What a defensive play by Samuels. And then out of bounds goes Villanova. It'll go back to Providence.
That's the second time that Samuels ran from behind on somebody and tipped it away.
For Croswell and Durham.
And they bring Croswell in.
Slater length to the floor. Did this the other night against Seton Hall, and it works. To Dixon.
Boy,
baseline, high arcing shot. Gets the bounce.
Sandman.
This kid's unreal in crunch time. He's got 11.
Now you want to know why they're 9-0 in games decided by 5 or less.
1 minute to go. Top 10 showdown in the Big East. And a foul. Called on Jared Bynum. Durham right at Dixon, spinning and scoring again.
This guy is like wheeling and dealing now.
Slater to Moore.
They don't have to foul. Down 2, you're going to get the ball back.
How good is this?
Need to stop here. And it's so hard to not foul these guys. Reeves on Gillespie.
Gillespie breaks free for 3. Good! Gillespie!
You know, the long pass to Dixon from Slater when Croswell kind of fell asleep. Well, set up the pressure again. You got to foul right away. Maybe you get a steal on the inbound. Jay Wright gets Dixon out of the game, puts another ball handler in.
Slater looking deep again. Instead bounces it to Daniels.
Get a foul, guys.
And there is the foul with 7.4 on the clock.
Wasted 4 seconds there. I'm not saying that, you know,